As always, guys, don't forget to check the video description down below for the best price on parts and tools in today's video. There's also a new school we're partnered with. If you know how the system on a car works, you can always figure it out. Also, repair manuals online, that sort of thing. So anyways, valve cover gasket, 2010 Mazda 6 is a 4-cylinder. Let's check it out. Okay. There's a beautiful 20-minute video how to do this. I'll put the link below in the video description for that. This is a quick overview. It's still going to show you me taking the valve cover off, everything you need to know. I'm doing this quickly though. First thing, you got an engine cover. Pop, pop. This thing will pop off. We're going to set it off to the side. Next, we're going to work our way all around the valve cover. First thing, easiest thing is the electrical connectors. Okay, you can see I only have one ignition coil left in. You'll have 4. You're going to squeeze and pull. We have this one right here, squeeze and pull. We're gonna work our way around. There's an electrical connector right here. Of course, we're gonna squeeze and pull. Then, I don't know if that's all. Okay, we got this guy right here. Now you can see mine's still hooked up right there. What I did is I came over here because I feel like I had a better angle on this thing right here. And all you do is I took a pick, pushed in, came around to the other side, pushed in, and this thing slides off. That's how you take that off. Now, the awful thing I learned about today was these wiring hold down brackets. Okay, they're just terrible. But all you gotta do is you can take 1 or 2 straight picks. Okay, what I did, there's 2 tabs on the inside. I'll show you what it looks like. And I would break the 1 tab. I'm just telling you what I did, not recommending that you do that. You should probably take 2 straight picks, stick it down in, and then lift it up and off. But I broke 1 tab on all of them, and then it still will not come out. Then you go down on the other side and stick it between the tab and not the bolt, the stud, okay? Between the tab and the stud. And then you lift up. And to see what that looks like inside, boom, boom, boom. Okay, there you go, so you can see it. So, where's my pick? That is the tab. On the other side, there's no more tab. So you're sticking between that tab and the stud, and then you'll be able to pull up and off. And check this out, if I push it back on, now it's pulling the stud up out of the thing. It stays on. So it does work if you just so happen to break the other side of your tab. Now we've got that out of the way. You got this guy out of the way. There's that one right there too. That is a little wire bracket. It clicks into here. You're just going to push on both sides of the tab and then pull the wire out. Down here we have one that pops out. Mine broke off, and you can use a tool like this. You just get behind there and pop it out. Okay guys, now we also have another one of those hold down brackets over here, like the same as the ones we just looked at. You got to make sure you take him off. And then we have a metal bracket. It's going to be a 10mm. It's a nut. It pulls off right there, and you're like, oh, I got it. Nope. There's a 10mm bolt sitting right down in there. And if I come back, you can see the location. I kind of just peeked through here. You can see, I think you can see, I peeked through here and came up top, and it just goes straight down with a extension and a 10mm. And then you have a bunch of, oh, I almost forgot about this guy. That's a 15mm. These are the little nubs that your engine cover was setting on. You can take a deep 15 in your ratchet and go ahead, put it on there, and then you can take that off, and we'll go ahead and set this. Now we have a bunch of 8mm. You got one right there, you got one right there, and these ignition coils just kind of pop off. You go ahead and set them off to the side, and then we're gonna get all the 8mm around. You got so one there, and here for your ignition coil, and then you got 2 on the inside just holding the valve cover in, and then all the way around. So there's one there, there's one there, there, and oh yeah, right in there. You also got one there, and there, and I believe that's all of them. So once you have all that stuff off and out of your way, what I missed, the oil dipstick, you got that. I'm gonna try and grab a hold, and I think she'll break loose. And I might, oh, the one right there, so I'm gonna take that out. Okay, so I got everything taken off here. Now Once you get to the part where you're going to actually pry your valve cover off, you're gonna want a big pry bar like that, not just like a little screwdriver, because a little screwdriver is not gonna be enough. For me, I tried and it felt like it would break the valve cover, but you get something big like this. I started right over here. You can see those two motor mount bolts. You take your pry bar and then boom, boom. There we go. So I just got up under there and then pry. And then the next part, I came up over here and got right up under there and pry. And now I'll just continue to work my way around, like right up under here. I haven't pried this yet, but you don't want to, obviously you don't want to pry on that fuel line, but you're just gonna work your way around. You'll see now it's coming up, but you just gotta break the seal all the way around and everything's clear. So I'll just pull it up and off. I was able to come to this backside and very gently with the screwdriver, I just kind of push. I was able to get it up off of the rest of the way. So now we have the joy and privilege of trying to get this valve cover all the way off. And I'm gonna I start over here. You can see I've kind of got it picked up. I just took 2 hands and kind of picking up on it. And you're gonna wanna make sure there's not dirt and stuff that can fall in there. You can just take a can of brake cleaner, just spray around there, just kind of wipe it down a little bit. And now, see, if I lift up like this and then lift up like this, I'm probably gonna just get it off everything on that side and then just pull it through like this. All right, and while holding it up with my left hand and I have my right hand on the other side, I was able to pull it up and off. I kind of held that wire harness kind of out of the way. It was kind of stuck on it a little bit. And now I'm gonna just come up over here, just start to work it. And this one is not that bad, guys. I'm doing this one-handed. I've done some very difficult ones, but you can see it'll clear. I'm gonna set it down before I set it on the fender. Just take 2 hands, just kind of lift this up and out of your way, and this valve cover will just pull through right out. It's not that bad. So anyways, that's all for the removal. I'm also gonna show you putting the gasket in. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is go ahead and get your old gasket out. You can see I got my new gasket on here because with your new gasket, you're gonna try and orientate it. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just like a puzzle piece. The 2 corners that are next to each other, that is gonna be this side of it, and then you gotta figure out if it's gonna be flipped that way or flipped the other way. But that's what you do with the new gasket. Also, you got this one, and this one, which are like the little inside spark plug gaskets. And just take a pick, kind of pry it up a little bit. This one's being a booger. And don't dump your bolts in the ground like I did, guys. But oh, there we go, it popped. So you'll see, boom, just kind of pop it out and you can work it all the way out. That's how all of them are gonna work. And when you go to put your new one back in, you can, just for adhesive, you don't have to do the whole gasket. This is actually gasket maker, okay? And guys don't understand that. I mean, you can put it on both sides. You can put it all the way around. It's not gonna hurt anything. It could be a little extra insurance. But honestly, the only thing you have to really do, or it makes it easier, is if you put some like in the corners, like maybe a dab in the middle, and just use it as like an adhesive for the gasket to stay back in there. So when you're putting it back in, it stays in good. And then a lot of guys, and I'll do it too a lot of times, is I'll put gasket maker on the outside of the gasket as well. It's just a little extra insurance. But that is, you're gonna want this stuff is like RTV, link below in the video description. And then it'll be ready. You're gonna wanna put your middle ones in also. It'll be ready to go back in. So you'll snug, how you tighten the bolts is important too, okay? So you're gonna wanna work your way from the middle to the outside in a crisscross pattern as best you can with all the bolts we got going on here. And you're gonna first just kind of snug them down just a little bit from the inside out, then come back and do it all over again a second time. And you're gonna go inside out to outside. You're gonna do every bolt and stud and whatever nut. And then you are going to come back a second time and then do them all over again. And you're just gonna snug them down. These are small bolts. You do not wanna break them off because this was holding down and keeping a seal from your valve cover. So, and an idea of the crisscross pattern, because you're probably wondering, well, Jordan, how do we do that? Okay, so on the inside, you got 1, 2, then I would probably go to this one, then to this one, then to that one, then to this one, then to that one, then to this one, then that one, that one. So you're just trying to do it like a you know, from inside to outside as best you can. You know, it's honestly, you probably could just start here and go all the way around and you'd probably still turn out being all right, but that's the way they tell you to do it in the repair manuals and stuff. So it's better practice to do it that way, because if you start over here, you can make the gasket kind of end up funny, working your way from this side to this side. You need to go from inside to outside. So that's pretty much it. Putting everything back on is going to be a reverse of the removal. So thank you guys for watching. If this video helped, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.